ain't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Eevee and make it look easy.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Blerd without fear. Welcome back to the channel. All right, so today's video, I'm going to talk about the recent Avengers announcement. There was an announcement on Monday, I believe it were, and we got a tease of 3 upcoming things happening in Marvel Comics. One of those being Dazzler's solo series announcement, and 2, what we could expect from the upcoming Storm solo series, and one that I think caused a lot of, I don't want to say controversy, but just a lot of just ugly acted motherfuckers to act a whole monkey on these here internets, is the fact that a X-Men character was going to be joining the Avengers. And this is something that's going to be taking place starting with Avengers number 17, which will be out in August. And the little tease of it was basically to the tune of Earth's Mightiest Mutant will join Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And a lot of people had their ideas about who it was going to be. And I figured, well, for one, it had to be an Omega level mutant. There's no way it would be anybody else. I saw some idiots online, crying that, oh, woe is me, it's gonna be Cyclops, oh, woe is me. Okay, well, first off, I love Cyclops as much as the next guy, but let's be real here. Cyclops is not Earth's mightiest mutant. Even if you took Omega level mutants out of the equation, he is still not Earth's mightiest mutant. But no, I figured it was gonna be one of 2 characters. I figured it was either gonna be Storm or Magneto. And the funny thing about this is I saw a lot of people bring up Sync, and while I felt that Sync definitely could fit the bill for this, I wanted to have hope and belief in that, but Sync is not Omega level, therefore he is not in the running for this. I mean, it's not to say that being Omega level was a requirement, but there are some things that recently came out that Jed McKay has mentioned that basically let me know that I was right to think the way that I did. And that's because Storm is the one who got the nod here. Storm will be officially joining the Avengers. Storm has technically been an Avenger before. She actually joined the team back during Brian Michael Bendis's run back in 2011. So I mean, technically she's been on the team before, but this is the first time she has been on the team since then. She's technically also been a secret Avenger, but they're secret Avengers. Why would anyone know about that? That said, yes, Storm is going to be an Avenger, and the internet's funny. I feel like, I say this about a lot of things. I have a saying I love to throw around that nobody hates Star Wars like Star Wars fans. Nobody hates Spider-Man like Spider-Man fans. You know who also hates X-Men more than anybody else? X-Men fans. Oh my God, y'all are some goons out here. Y'all are wild. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Like, y'all look like, I just saw some really weird, like, people have really weird ass takes. And, maybe I'm probably gonna catch some heat for this, but like, I know a lot of people have been really angry with Tom Brevoort about, the direction of X-Men going forward. I actually kind of understand why Tom has the opinion of X-Men fans that he has. Not to say that he thinks they're terrible people, but that, he just accepts that you're not going to be able to please everybody. And I get why he is so open about the fact that he totally gets that and doesn't even bother to try to please everyone, because, dude, y'all cannot be pleased. Oh my God. Like, everybody's like, oh my God, why isn't she on a team? Well, it's because she's going to be doing something else. She's going to be doing something greater. And then people find out that, oh, she's going to be an Avenger and she's got her own solo series. And that still isn't enough. Storm is getting her own damn book, and she is going to be put on the Avengers, and people are mad. And they're mad about the whole Avengers thing because Jed McKay said that she's finally going to be on a team with equals. Well, here's the thing. And I know it's sometimes not as obvious because DC is way more bash you over the head with this than Marvel is. No differently than DC Comics Justice League. They're considered the gods among us. They're the heroes. They're the powered ones. The Avengers are kind of not that different. They're not necessarily referred to in such terms as gods, but I mean, they literally have a god on their team. They have, and I know if you look at the wider roster of Avengers, yeah, sure, you can see some pretty wild shit on there. But like, yeah, you're thinking about a team that has Wanda Maximoff, a woman who literally almost entirely wrote mutants out of existence with just 3 words. And now that is a woman who has now wielded the power of the Darkhold. You also have to take into consideration that Vision, while he is an android, he's incredibly powerful. Like, he is one of the more powerful Avengers maybe not the most powerful, but Vision is kind of busted. And while I know hating on Captain Marvel has become a personality trait for a lot of people, but regardless of how you feel about her, she is one of the strongest individuals in the entire Marvel Comics universe. She is virtually impossible to take down, even under some of the craziest circumstances. In a lot of respects, she is virtually no different than Superman. She is one of her universe's most powerful and strongest and most durable people, as well as having some similar defense deficiencies that Superman has. The only real difference that she has from him outside of that is that she doesn't get sickly around little green rocks. So yeah, Captain Marvel is practically a god just in and of herself, and Storm stands equal amongst her. And then you think about the fact that you have characters like Thor, a literal Asgardian god, who, mind you, when Storm and Thor last met, she hit him with the entire gravitational pressure of Jupiter. And while it was an inconvenience for Thor, he wasn't bothered by it. It's not to say she was trying to unalive him right there, but I think it's safe to say that thinking that somehow Storm is not shoulder to shoulder with a literal actual god of one of the very things that she can control, I think is kind of silly. Yeah, whether you think that she's better or worse, I still think that's kind of silly. Like, I love Storm. I'm a Storm stan, but I feel like some stans are standing beyond actual reason. Like, let's calm down, people. Let's go outside, touch some goddamn grass. Touch someone who you are attracted to, consensually. Please, consensually, because goddamn, I'm worried about a lot of y'all I've seen out here on God's internet. I'm really concerned. Very concerned. Like, I have run into some weirdos as of late. Basically what it says here is that Krakoa's tragic fall has made the Avengers realize how vital a mutant voice on the team is, and they'll settle for nothing less than the most prominent and beloved mutant superhero on the planet. A pop culture icon Storm has assembled with the Avengers before, in both comics as well as other forms of media, but never like this. Not only will the Avengers need her Omega level power for the battles ahead, but they'll need to rely on her unique expertise and leadership skills as Mackay's overarching plots involving Kang, the Twilight Court, and more kick into high gear. This only marks the beginning of what's shaping up to be a monumental period for Storm, as she'll also headline an all-new solo ongoing series launching later this year. So the solo series I've talked about before, I can't talk about it right now. I actually do know some things about it. A reason why this is happening is because in the aftermath of Blood Hunt and the fall of the House of X, the Avengers are licking their wounds and reassessing their goals. One member takes the initiative by approaching Storm, hoping to add her strength and perspective to the team's upcoming missions. And the roster won't be the only thing shaken up when a deadly threat sets its vengeful sights on Earth. Now, I find this one of particular note because a lot of people are automatically assuming it's going to be Black Panther. I mean, it could be. I think, Black Panther makes the most sense, but I also would not be surprised if it weren't just Captain Marvel. A lot of people tend to forget Captain Marvel and Storm, they know each other pretty well. While it's not like the most well-documented thing, back when Carol Danvers used to hang out at the X-Mansion pretty much all the time, like literally I think there was a solid stretch of like 15 to 20 issues of Uncanny X-Men back in the 80s, where Carol was just there. Like, she was always there. There were more than a few times where Carol and Storm were hanging out, kicking it, and having a good time. So I also wouldn't be shocked if it was Carol, but I also think Black Panther makes the most sense in this. And I know a lot of people are now thinking, oh, wait, is Storm going to be the leader of the Avengers? Because they do bring up her leadership skills. I don't know if she'll be the leader. Right now, currently, the way the hierarchy works in the Avengers under Jed Mackay is that Captain Marvel is the Avengers chair, which is basically the leader of the team, but Iron Man is like her second in command. So that could also, I don't know how that is going to pan out. We'll have to wait until Blood Hunt is wrapped up. I don't know if Storm is going to take over as leader, but I feel like she will definitely be deferred to a lot. If nothing else. If she takes over as leader, I am perfectly fine with that too, though honestly, it would not surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. I'll put it like that. Considering that next year, I believe next year is Storm's 50th anniversary, I think it's safe to say that, we're going to be seeing a lot of Storm glow-ups happening. Probably even more than what we've seen in the last few years, and Storm has been getting a lot of love lately, so just kind of be prepared for that. Now, when talking about the decision to add Storm to the roster, and this is kind of going back to the things where I saw some people getting up in arms about some statements that were made. They say, on the decision to add Storm to the lineup, McKay said, when we were putting together thoughts for X-Men, one problem kept coming up. Storm needed to have a presence in a book befitting her status, but it would be weird for her to be on an X-Men team if she wasn't the leader. The solution was simple. She needed to be on the global stage, among equals, and what better place for that than the Avengers? We're excited to bring Storm back to the Avengers and show what adventures she'll get up to as part of Earth's mightiest heroes. Like I said, there were a lot of people who got really bent out of shape about the whole equals thing, as I said earlier, and it's dumb on its face to me, because yes, she is on equal footing with a lot of the Avengers. Yes, is she an Omega level mutant? Yes. Is she considered a goddess? Yes. But I mean, if you really think about it, when you think about some of the characters that are going to be on this team, like, of course, right now, you look at that squad, and I think most people just naturally are only like zoning in on the Iron Mans and Captain Americas and Black Panthers on the roster. But I mean, you would be silly to think that Storm does not stand on equal footing with characters like Thor, Scarlet Witch, Captain Marvel, or Vision, for better or worse. She would be right at home. Like, honestly, Storm has almost always been, unless like Jean or Magneto or Iceman are around, she is usually the most powerful person on the team. 99.99999% of the time on almost every X-Men roster she has ever been a part of. To sit here and think that, oh man, how is this any different than you? Like, oh my God, go outside, please, please. Go outside, breathe some of the air, breathe some fresh air. Talk to people who are real people, not just anime profile pics on Twitter, please. Oh my God. Whew. Y'all are too much. And also, I think that the team on this, the status of Storm is not lost on them. Valerio Schiti, who is, been working with Jonathan Hickman as of late, he was on Sword. He's done a lot of X-Men related stuff as of late. Even he said, to his point, because he's going to be taking over art duties on Avengers when this happens. He even goes as far as to say that I have a soft spot for the mutants, so you can imagine my happiness when I knew that Storm was joining the team. It's always fun to draw her powers, her body language, and her outfits. There's just one challenge. You always have to remember that she's not just a mutant, she's a goddess. And that's the thing I keep telling people, like, man, if anyone's gonna look, there's one person on this earth who puts so much respect on Storm's name. And I feel like the creative team here is going to bring that same energy as what Al Ewing has been doing for the past several years with Storm. I think it's safe to say she's gonna be fine. Calm down. It's okay. I don't even know if people got this mad when she joined the Fantastic Four for all of like a month or two. I think it was like several months actually, but still, point of the matter is that there was a time where she was on the Fantastic Four, and I don't think people got this mad then. God, man, yeah, y'all are too much. But I will definitely say, for those who actually got some goddamn sense, I do have a video coming out that'll come out Thursday for Storm. There might be another video either later today or for Dazzler. We'll just kind of have to wait and play it all by ear. I think actually, yes, as I am recording this, the Dazzler information is already been put out in the ether, so there's that. So yeah, you'll very likely get this later. But anyway, I don't know, man. Y'all, please, like, man, just I hope y'all are okay. I really do hope y'all are okay out here, man. Whew, Lord. You guessed it, obligatory channel outro time. If you're not subscribed to the channel, consider doing so. Clicking that subscribe button and tapping that notification bell ensures that you get more videos just like this one, and you don't miss any of my other content that I drop throughout the week, plus my live streams every Thursday and Saturday. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you click that like button, keep it plus ultra, and sound off in the comments.